fellow citizens. I stand before you today not as an orator of great renown, but as one who has witnessed the transformative power of words. There is no force more enduring than the truth, and no vessel more potent than the voices that dare to carry it forward. In the realm of journalism, in the craft of the Newsmaker Interview, lies a unique opportunity, a sacred duty, to explore the depths of human experience and illuminate the path toward collective understanding. When we engage in dialogue, we partake in a profound exchange, one that transcends the superficial and ventures into the essence of who we are. The interview is not a mere interaction between two individuals, it is a moment of communion with the conscience of society itself. It is a mirror held up to our beliefs, our struggles, and our aspirations. But such conversations demand courage from the interviewer, who must be bold enough to ask questions that unsettle comfort, and courage from the interviewee, who must reveal truths that may lie buried beneath layers of fear and silence. In this sacred space of honesty, we uncover the seeds of transformation. Let us not forget the responsibility that accompanies this power. Words, though intangible, hold the strength to build bridges or to erect walls. The interview is not an arena for spectacle, it is a platform for integrity and for justice. Those who engage in it must do so with a commitment to fairness, for only in fairness can we find the unity that our world so desperately seeks. We live in a time when divisions threaten to erode the bonds of our shared humanity. It is easy to judge, to label, to misunderstand. Yet the Newsmaker Interview is a reminder that behind every opinion, every statement, there is a story waiting to be told, a story that, if heard, might bring us closer together rather than pull us apart. Let us therefore embrace this gift of dialogue with the humility it deserves. Let us listen with ears that seek to understand and speak with voices that strive to uplift. For in doing so, we not only fulfill our duty as witnesses to history, but also as architects of a future rooted in empathy, justice, and peace. May every word spoken be a thread in the tapestry of progress, and may every interview conducted be a step toward the unity of our human family. Together, through the power of truth and dialogue, we can illuminate even the darkest corners of our shared existence and guide each other toward the light of understorytelling has always been a cornerstone of human existence. It is through stories that we share experiences, convey wisdom, and preserve the essence of who we are. The profound power of storytelling lies in its ability to connect individuals across time, culture, and geography. It shapes the way we view the world, the values we hold dear, and the legacy we leave behind. In every era and in every society, storytelling has acted as a bridge, fostering understanding and inspiring change. At its core, storytelling is an act of communication that transcends mere words. It is a medium that taps into our emotions, stirs our imaginations, and awakens our sense of purpose. Whether through oral traditions, written texts, or modern media, stories have the remarkable ability to convey truths that resonate deeply with the human spirit. They allow us to see beyond the immediate and venture into the realm of possibility, fostering hope in the face of adversity. Throughout history, storytelling has been the foundation of cultural preservation. It is the vehicle through which knowledge is passed down, ensuring that the struggles and triumphs of one generation inform the next. Stories of ancient civilizations, for instance, remind us of the ingenuity and resilience of our ancestors. They serve as a testament to the human capacity for creativity and survival. These tales, though rooted in specific contexts, often carry universal lessons that continue to guide us today. In shaping society, storytelling has a dual role. It reflects the values of its time, while also challenging and reshaping them. It holds a mirror to society, revealing its strengths and flaws, and serves as a catalyst for introspection and progress. The narratives we choose to amplify, those of justice, equality, or innovation, become the building blocks of collective identity and aspiration. By highlighting the plight of the marginalized, stories compel us to confront injustices and work toward a more inclusive future. The power of storytelling is perhaps most evident in its capacity to inspire social change. Consider the movements for civil rights, environmental justice, or gender equality. At the heart of these struggles are stories, narratives that humanize the abstract and evoke empathy. It is the personal accounts of those who have suffered and those who have triumphed that move hearts and mobilize action. Through storytelling, issues that might otherwise seem distant or incomprehensible are brought into sharp focus, making them impossible to ignore. Moreover, storytelling fosters a sense of community. In sharing our stories, we discover commonalities that unite us and differences that enrich us. This exchange of experiences breaks down barriers and builds bridges of understanding. It reminds us that, despite our varied circumstances, we are bound by the shared threads of humanity, our dreams, struggles, and joys. In a world often divided by prejudice and misunderstanding, storytelling serves as a powerful tool for reconciliation and unity. In the digital age, the reach and impact of storytelling have been amplified exponentially. Social media platforms, podcasts, films, and blogs have democratized storytelling, giving voice to individuals and communities that were once unheard. This proliferation of narratives has enriched the global tapestry, allowing stories from every corner of the world to find their audience. However, this accessibility also underscores the responsibility that comes with storytelling. The stories we tell and the way we tell them shape perceptions, influence decisions, and ultimately define the trajectory of our societies. Yet with great power comes great responsibility. Storytelling must be wielded with integrity and mindfulness. The stories we amplify must be authentic, grounded in truth, and guided by a commitment to justice. Misinformation and biased narratives, when left unchecked, have the potential to sow division and perpetuate harm. As storytellers, whether through words, images, or actions, we must recognize the weight of our influence and strive to use it for the greater good. The transformative power of storytelling also lies in its ability to heal. For individuals and communities scarred by trauma, storytelling offers a path to recovery and resilience. Sharing one's story, whether through art, therapy, or conversation, provides a means of processing pain and reclaiming agency. For those who listen, these stories foster empathy and a deeper understanding of the complexities of the human condition. Through this mutual exchange, both storyteller and listener find a sense of connection and hope. Storytelling is not confined to grand narratives or public platforms, it is woven into the fabric of everyday life. Every interaction, every conversation, and every shared experience contributes to the larger narrative of our existence. Parents passing on bedtime stories, teachers inspiring students with tales of historical figures, or friends recounting moments of joy and struggle, all these acts of storytelling shape the way we perceive ourselves and the world around us. In the end, storytelling is more than an art form, it is a cornerstone of our collective existence. It empowers us to dream of a better future, to learn from the past, and to act in the present. It reminds us of the immense potential within each of us to effect change, not only in our own lives, but in the lives of others. Through storytelling, we celebrate our shared humanity, honor our diversity, and forge a path toward a brighter, more inclusive world. In its simplicity lies its profundity, and in its practice lies the promise of progress. The responsibility of truth in journalism is one of the most profound and indispensable obligations within any society. Journalism is more than the mere reporting of facts, it is the guardian of public trust and the cornerstone of informed democracy. In an age where information travels at unprecedented speeds and disinformation often competes for attention, the role of truth in journalism becomes not only a moral imperative, but a societal necessity. At its essence, journalism serves as the eyes and ears of the public, tasked with uncovering the realities that shape our world. It is through the diligent work of journalists that citizens are empowered with the knowledge to make informed decisions, to hold power accountable, and to participate meaningfully in the democratic process. This duty cannot be fulfilled without an unwavering commitment to truth. Truth is the compass that guides the journalist's craft, ensuring that the stories they tell are not only compelling but also accurate and fair. The pursuit of truth in journalism is not a passive act, it is an active endeavor that demands rigor, integrity, and courage. It requires journalists to dig beyond surface-level narratives, to ask difficult questions, and to verify information through meticulous research and credible sources. Truth in journalism is not about presenting information that conforms to personal biases or popular opinion. It is about presenting facts as they are, even when they challenge the status quo or provoke discomfort. It is this commitment to truth that distinguishes journalism from propaganda or sensationalism. Journalists operate in a complex and often challenging environment. They face pressures from political entities, corporate interests, and even public opinion, all of which can threaten the integrity of their work. In such a landscape, the responsibility of truth becomes even more critical. To compromise on truth is to erode the very foundation of journalism, reducing it to a tool of manipulation rather than a pillar of accountability. Upholding truth requires resilience and independence, qualities that are not always easy to maintain, but are essential for preserving the credibility of the profession. The responsibility of truth in journalism also extends to the way stories are framed and presented. The manner in which facts are contextualized can shape public perception and influence discourse. Journalists must strive for balance and avoid presenting information in ways that distort reality or amplify divisions. They must recognize that their words and images carry weight, often shaping how society understands complex issues. By adhering to principles of fairness and objectivity, journalists honor their responsibility to provide a comprehensive and truthful account of events. In an era marked by the rapid spread of misinformation and fake news, the responsibility of truth in journalism takes on heightened importance. The digital age has democratized the flow of information, allowing anyone with an internet connection to share and consume content. While this has brought undeniable benefits, it has also created fertile ground for falsehoods to proliferate. The role of journalists as gatekeepers of truth becomes indispensable in this context. They must navigate a crowded and often chaotic information landscape, separating fact from fiction and ensuring that the public receives reliable information. Journalism's commitment to truth is not merely about reporting facts, but about fostering trust. Trust is the lifeblood of journalism. Without it, the relationship between journalists and the public breaks down. When people lose faith in the truthfulness of the media, they become vulnerable to cynicism and manipulation. A journalist's integrity, therefore, is not only a personal virtue, but a public service. By being transparent about their methods, acknowledging mistakes, and holding themselves accountable, journalists build and sustain the trust that is essential for their work to have meaningful impact. The responsibility of truth in journalism also carries a profound ethical dimension. Journalists must grapple with questions of fairness, harm, and the public interest as they pursue and present the truth. They must balance the right to inform with the potential consequences of their reporting, particularly when dealing with sensitive topics or vulnerable individuals. Ethical journalism requires a thoughtful approach, one that prioritizes truth while respecting the dignity and rights of those involved in the stories being told. Moreover, the responsibility of truth is not limited to journalists alone. It is a shared duty that involves news organizations, editors, and even the public. News organizations must provide the resources and support necessary for journalists to conduct thorough and independent investigations. Editors must uphold standards of accuracy and integrity, resisting pressures that may compromise the truth. And the public, as consumers of news, must engage critically with information, seeking out credible sources and holding media outlets accountable for their reporting. The stakes of truthful journalism are immense. Informed societies are empowered societies, capable of addressing challenges and seizing opportunities with clarity and confidence. Conversely, when truth is compromised, the consequences can be devastating. Public trust erodes, divisions deepen, and progress stalls. The responsibility of truth in journalism is not a luxury, it is the foundation upon which the future of any society rests. In conclusion, the responsibility of truth in journalism is a profound and indispensable duty that demands unwavering commitment. It is a responsibility that requires courage, integrity, and ethical mindfulness, as well as a deep respect for the role of journalism as a force for accountability, justice, and progress. Truth is not just the goal of journalism, it is its essence, the thread that weaves the fabric of an informed and empowered society. By upholding truth, journalists not only fulfill their professional duty, but also contribute to the greater good, ensuring that the light of knowledge continues to illuminate the path forward for all. Recognizing the courage it takes to ask the hard questions is to acknowledge one of the most essential yet challenging aspects of meaningful dialogue and progress. Hard questions lie at the heart of accountability, truth-seeking, and understanding. Whether posed by journalists, activists, educators, or ordinary individuals, these questions often challenge the status quo, provoke discomfort, and demand introspection. To ask them requires bravery, resilience, and a steadfast commitment to the greater good, as the act of questioning often invites resistance, criticism, and even hostility. The courage to ask hard questions is rooted in the recognition that truth is not always easy to uncover, nor is it always welcomed. Hard questions confront deeply held beliefs, expose inconvenient truths, and disrupt systems that thrive on ignorance or complacency. In doing so, they serve as catalysts for growth and transformation, shedding light on areas where change is needed. However, the very act of questioning can be fraught with risk, as it often places the questioner in vulnerable or adversarial positions. It takes courage to stand firm in the face of opposition and to persist in seeking answers that may not be readily given. Asking hard questions requires a willingness to step into uncomfortable spaces. These questions often challenge authority, question motives, and probe into areas that others may prefer to leave unexplored. They demand an openness to confrontation, as well as the ability to navigate complex emotions, both one's own and those of others. It is not uncommon for hard questions to be met with defensiveness, denial, or even hostility, as they force individuals or institutions to confront their shortcomings, inconsistencies, or failures. The courage to ask such questions lies in the ability to remain undeterred by these reactions, guided by a commitment to truth and accountability. The act of posing hard questions is also an act of service. It is a means of advocating for justice, fairness, and transparency. Hard questions often give voice to the voiceless, shining a light on issues that might otherwise remain hidden. They serve as a reminder that silence and passivity can perpetuate injustice, while questioning can be a powerful tool for change. In this way, the courage to ask hard questions is not merely about personal bravery, it is about fulfilling a responsibility to others and to society as a whole. This courage is especially evident in the work of journalists, who frequently operate on the front lines of truth-seeking. Journalists who ask hard questions often do so in environments where the stakes are high, whether they are holding governments accountable, investigating corporate wrongdoing, or uncovering social injustices. The risks they face, ranging from professional backlash to physical danger, are a testament to the immense courage required to pursue the truth in the face of adversity. Yet, their questions are essential for ensuring that power is held accountable and that the public remains informed. Hard questions are not limited to those posed to others, they are also the ones we must ask ourselves. It takes courage to confront our own biases, assumptions, and failures, to question the narratives we have accepted or perpetuated. Self-reflection is one of the most challenging forms of inquiry, as it requires honesty and a willingness to embrace discomfort. Yet, it is through this internal questioning that we grow as individuals and become better equipped to contribute to the collective good. The courage to ask hard questions is not an innate quality, but a practice that can be cultivated. It requires a mindset that prioritizes curiosity, empathy, and a commitment to learning. It also demands resilience, as the path of questioning is rarely smooth or straightforward. Those who dare to ask the hard questions must be prepared to face resistance and to persist in their efforts even when answers are elusive or unsatisfactory. In recognizing the courage it takes to ask hard questions, we also acknowledge the importance of creating environments that support and encourage such inquiry, Societies that value openness, dialogue, and critical thinking are better equipped to address challenges and pursue progress. Institutions, whether in government, education, or media, have a responsibility to foster cultures where hard questions are welcomed rather than suppressed. This requires not only protecting the rights of those who ask questions, but also cultivating a culture of humility and accountability among those who are questioned. The courage to ask hard questions is ultimately an expression of hope. It reflects a belief in the possibility of change, the value of truth, and the importance of justice. Those who ask hard questions do so because they believe that the answers, however difficult or uncomfortable, can lead to a better understanding of ourselves and the world around us. They challenge us to confront what is wrong and to imagine what could be right, paving the way for progress and transformation. In conclusion, the courage it takes to ask hard questions is a profound and vital force for good in the world. It is the courage to stand up for truth, to challenge complacency, and to advocate for change. It is the courage to face resistance, to persist in the face of adversity, and to remain committed to the pursuit of understanding and justice. Recognizing and honoring this courage is not only an acknowledgement of those who dare to ask hard questions, but also a call to each of us to cultivate that same bravery in our own lives. For it is through the hard questions that we grow, learn, and build a more just and equitable world. Public dialogue plays a vital role in fostering unity and driving progress in any society. It is through open, respectful, and inclusive conversations that people with diverse perspectives come together to share their ideas, address common challenges, and envision a collective future. Public dialogue is not merely a platform for exchanging words, it is a powerful mechanism for understanding, collaboration, and transformation. It serves as a cornerstone of democracy, a bridge across divides, and a catalyst for change. At the heart of public dialogue is the recognition of shared humanity. When people come together to discuss issues that matter to them, they create opportunities to see beyond labels and stereotypes. They begin to understand that despite differences in culture, beliefs, or experiences, there are universal values that bind us all: the desire for dignity, respect, justice, and opportunity. Public dialogue allows individuals to find common ground, even in the face of disagreement, and lays the foundation for a more unified society. Unity does not mean uniformity, it means embracing diversity while working towards shared goals. Public dialogue provides a space for this delicate balance to flourish. In a world that is increasingly polarized, where differences often lead to division, public dialogue acts as a remedy. It encourages people to listen actively, to consider perspectives other than their own, and to find solutions that honor the needs and aspirations of all stakeholders. Through dialogue, individuals learn that unity is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to navigate differences constructively. The role of public dialogue in building unity extends to healing divisions that may have festered over time. Societies are often marked by historical grievances, systemic inequalities, or cultural misunderstandings that create barriers to cohesion. Public dialogue offers a path to reconciliation. By providing a platform for open and honest communication, it allows communities to address past wounds, acknowledge injustices, and chart a course toward healing. The courage to engage in such conversations is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the collective will to move forward together. Beyond fostering unity, public dialogue is a driving force for progress. It is through conversations that ideas are born, refined, and put into action. Innovation often emerges from the synthesis of diverse perspectives, and public dialogue provides the fertile ground for this creative process. When people from different backgrounds and disciplines engage in meaningful discussions, they bring unique insights and experiences to the table, leading to solutions that are more comprehensive and inclusive. Progress thrives in an environment where dialogue is encouraged and valued.